A $2 bill is worth exactly $2. But people will pay $20 for one on eBay. And that's the secret to eliminating competition in any market. For 22 years, I was a television executive at Fox 21 TV studios and at A&E. My job was to find, develop, and oversee the development, production, post-production, and launch of television shows. Sons of Anarchy, Duck Dynasty, Intervention, 60 Days In, those were my projects. I oversaw a content portfolio worth over $2 billion over the course of my career. And here's what I discovered. The shows that became cultural phenomena, they weren't the best shows. They were the only shows in their category. And today, I'm going to show you the $2 bill principle in action. Real examples of how positioning yourself as the only eliminates competition entirely. Because when you're the only option, price becomes irrelevant. So let me tell you how I discovered the power of being the only instead of the best. It started with the simple observation: a $2 bill has exactly the same purchasing power as two $1 bills. But people, you treat them completely different. When you get a $2 bill, you don't spend it. You keep it, right? You show it to your friends. You talk about it. Maybe you even frame it. Many collect them. Why? Because it's the only bill that looks like that. It's rare, it's memorable, and it's unforgettable. And that's when it hit me. That same psychology that makes a $2 bill valuable beyond its face value is what made my TV show successful. Sons of Anarchy wasn't the best drama on television. It was the only drama about outlaw bikers dealing with family loyalty and moral complexity. Duck Dynasty, not the best reality show, but it was the only reality show about millionaire rednecks who built a duck call empire. And 60 Days In wasn't the best doc series or show in the crime genre, but it was the only show where ordinary people went undercover in jail for 60 days. Each show was the only in its specific category, and that eliminated competition entirely. When you're the only option, people don't compare you to anyone else. They either want what you offer or they don't. Simple. But they're not choosing between you and 5 other similar options. They're not choosing between Chex and Rice Krispies and Frosted. They're choosing you. And that's the $2 bill principle. Being the only option in your category makes you more valuable than your face value. So let me show you how the $2 bill principle works in real positioning situations. So I have a client. I recently worked with her, and in fact, I'm still working with her, and she's been fighting for asbestos awareness for over 20 years. Unfortunately, she lost her husband to asbestos, and she came to me with a positioning challenge. Her original positioning was, I'm an asbestos awareness advocate fighting for victims. The problem, as Linda herself said during our session, it's misunderstood. It's not highly relevant. The latency period is long. It's like everything that you have to explain, and you have to explain, and when you have to explain, you're losing. She was positioned in a narrow category, competing with other cause advocates for very limited attention. So the $2 bill positioning strategy is this. We developed a new positioning for her. The only widow who turned over 20 years of fighting corporate cover-ups into a blueprint for anyone facing impossible odds against powerful institutions. This positioning eliminates competition because she's the only one with that specific 20-plus year career and experience. It appeals to anyone fighting powerful institutions. That's a much broader market. And her expertise about asbestos becomes proof of her methodology, not the limitation. Now, Linda, she is positioned as the go-to expert for taking on impossible fights, with their asbestos work as credibility rather than a constraint. Do you see that? Here's another hypothetical business example. Let me show you how this works with common business scenarios. So, if you're a generic business coach, I help entrepreneurs grow their businesses. I have 10 years of experience and great results. That coach is competing with thousands of other business coaches on price and credentials. But the $2 bill coach, I'm the only business coach who spent 15 years as a Fortune 500 supply chain director. I help mid-market manufacturers eliminate operational waste and increase profit margins by 20% or more. That coach has no competition because they're the only one with that specific background serving that specific market. Now let's do marketing. So, generic marketing agency. We're a full service marketing agency. We do everything from social media to SEO to paid advertising. Well, that agency competes with thousands of other full service agencies on price. But the $2 bill agency, we're the only marketing agency that specializes exclusively in family owned manufacturing companies with 50 to 200 employees, transitioning leadership to the next generation. That agency has no competition in their specific niche and can charge premium rates as a result because they're the only. That pattern, in every case, the $2 bill positioning eliminates competition by being so specific that no one else can claim that same position. So here's the psychology behind why the $2 bill principle works so effectively. Reason number one, it eliminates comparison shopping. When you're the only option, people can't compare you to anyone else. They either want what you offer or they don't. But they're not choosing between you and 5 other providers. This eliminates price competition. When there's no one else to compare you to, price becomes way less important than value. All right, reason number 2. It creates perceived expertise. When you're the only person with a specific background solving a specific problem, you are automatically perceived as the expert in that area. People assume that if you're the only one doing something, you must be the best at it. Reason number 3, it reduces decision fatigue. When people have too many similar options, they get overwhelmed and often don't choose anyone. But when you're the only option that fits their specific need, the decision becomes easy. Reason 4, it creates urgency. When something is rare or unique, people feel urgency to act. They don't want to miss out on the only option available. Just like people hold on to $2 bills because they're rare, prospects hold on to your information because you are the only one who offers what they need. And reason 5, it builds authority. Being the only one in your category automatically positions you as the authority in the space. You're not just another option. You're the option. And this is why my TV shows have become cultural phenomenon. They weren't competing with other shows. They were creating their own categories and dominating them. All right, so this is how you apply the $2 bill principle to your business. Step 1, stop trying to be the best at what everyone else does. Instead of competing in crowded categories, create your own narrow category where you can be the only option. Step number 2, combine your unique background with the specific problem. What do you have that no one else has? How does that unique background solve a specific problem better than anyone else? Step 3, get specific about who you serve. The more specific you are about your ideal client, the easier it is to be the only option for that specific market. Step number 4, own your category. Once you've defined your unique position, own it completely. Become known as the person who does that specific thing for that specific market. Remember, a $2 bill isn't trying to be a better $1 bill. It's being the only $2 bill. I talked to it just the other day. That's what it told me. And that alone makes it more valuable than its face value. And tomorrow, we're going to dive into the 5-minute framework reveal. How to implement everything we've covered in just 5 minutes to start eliminating competition immediately. But if you want to get ahead of the curve, if you want the complete Hollywood Authority blueprint right now, just comment $2 below. The number $2 below. I'm going to personally send you the complete framework, including the $2 bill principle worksheets, some positioning strategies, and step-by-step instructions to become the only choice in your market. Don't spend another day competing with everyone else. It's time to become as rare and valuable as the $2 bill. So comment $2 now, and I'll see you tomorrow. Remember, be unforgettable. Be the $2 bill.